Greetings, storytellers. This is Cause of the Wormforge, and this is 1 Minute Tips for Daggerheart. Today we're going to be talking about group action roles. Whenever multiple characters plan on taking the same action together, such as leaping across a gorge as a team or sneaking through an enemy fortification together, then the party must select a leader, and you can call for a group action role that the leader is then going to take. However, before they roll, you're going to want everyone else who is participating to make a reaction roll using the same difficulty as the lead role. For each person that succeeds on this, they're going to add a +1 to the leader's action roll, and for each failure they're going to subtract 1 instead. Finally, the leader will make the roll, and that will determine success or failure for everyone in the group. So make sure that the person with the best modifier is rolling. Now, the reason we're talking about the group action roles is because I want to be very clear that you should be using this mechanic whenever possible, and outside of combat, you want to avoid players individually making multiple action rolls at the same time. Why, you ask? Because action rolls generate hope and fear. Meanwhile, reaction rolls don't. Hope and fear are incredibly useful tools, but the game is balanced around these resources being limited. So if you are constantly having multiple players make multiple action rolls at the same time, well, the balance is going to go out the window very fast. For example, if you have 4 players individually making 4 action rolls rather than a group roll, they could potentially generate a total of 4 hope as opposed to 1 from a singular event. Worse, you could end up getting tons of fear, which can make things quickly turn from trivial to deadly on the flip of a dime. I learned this from my first game when I realized I was at near max fear and the party had barely set foot in the dungeon they were supposed to clear. So keep that in mind and do those group action rolls.